And welcome back to episode 22 on the Genesis OTE Gamers server. Haven't really, I've been really busy the last few days. If you guys haven't seen the Avengers movie, go see it. It is mind-blowingly awesome. It is fantastic. So, other than that, got that out of the way. All right, so we're in the production room. We are going to be doing the rest of our AE auto crafting setup. As far as the subscribers, the inscribers go. This coding is done by King Daddy DMAC. The setup is just a little bit different than what he does, but it's pretty much the same. So I'm going to go over it with you guys real quick. And if I have time, I will show you guys the changes I made to the biofarm downstairs. It was causing some tick rate issues on the server, so we fixed that up for those guys. So it's not an issue anymore. Alright, so let's jump into it. Alright, so we're going to need 9 inscribers for this build. So we'll go ahead and put our inscribers down with the shift click on top. Alright. Now, since we're doing a little bit of magic with this build, we're going to need 9 of the transvector interfaces also. So let's get those set up. And I can't place blocks tonight. I really can't place blocks tonight. Right. Oh, it's been a long day, I tell you. I'm recording this a little late, so I'm sorry if it sounds a little rushed. I just wanted to get this done for you guys so you guys can have a video, since I haven't got a whole lot done this weekend. Alright, so we're basically going to match spot for spot on our stuff here. So it's shift right click on each one of these. And then the last 3. Alright, so that's done. Now, we're going to do Steve's Factory Manager for this setup. I seem to be using it a lot this season. I kind of like it. It makes things a little more compact. So basically what we're going to do is just throw these all on there. And then we're going to put our manager right here. We're going to put our ME interface here, and then, oh, no, sorry, that's in the wrong spot. We're going to put our ME interface here and a chest here, so we've got access to it for our testing. Alright, and I might camouflage these blocks later. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I might just leave them since it's on the wiring level. You're not going to see them anyways. Alright, so we now have our 9 inscribers. Alright, so what we're going to do is our top level here, we are going to put we're going to put silicone presses in all 3 of these. And then, so we got all 3 in there. And then this one, we're going to put in the logic press. Middle one will be engineering press. And the last one is going to be the calculation press. Alright. So you can kind of see we're going to do that press, the logic, the engineering, and the calculation all in those rows. Alright, so before we do this, I do want to cut the power to this system for our testing purposes. Okay. Whenever you guys are doing setups like this with any kind of machine, and you want to make sure your stuff is working. Um, my suggestion personally, especially if you're doing a bigger build like this, disconnect the power so you can see it step by step, and you can test every step of it and make sure that it's working right. So you're not running around messing, getting stuff clogged up into your system or anything. So, all right. So what we are going to do is, first thing we need to do is we need to set up our silicone. Okay. So what we're going to do is we need to set up our trigger. Okay. And then we're going to set up a flow. And we're going to set this to 2 out. Okay. And then from there, we are going to put an input. And on that input, we are going to select inventory, and it's going to be the chest. Target shouldn't matter, and items is going to be an open blacklist, okay? From there, we need to do a flow. Alright? And this one is going to be 5 outputs, alright? Alright, so we've got that. Now, we need to do our silicone. So we're going to do an output. Where's our outputs? And we're going to go ahead and name this one silicone. I spelled that wrong. Did spell that right, right? Yes, okay. Alright, so before we do that, no, we can do this first. Alright, so inventory is going to be the top row of inscribers, and for that we do need to know what our Y level is. So, fly. There we go. Alright, so this is 65. This is 64. So we need Y 64. Then the next ones are going to be, I'm sorry, 60, no, that's 63. That should be 62, and then that is 61. So, 63, 62, and 61. Alright. Now, before we go on to the next one, our logic ones are going to be on, let's see, X negative 2489. And of course, this is all going to be different for you guys. Just because your world's going to be different and everything else. The other thing, when we do these ones, we need to know which side we're putting in from on this side. So I like to do them from the left side to go in. So that is going to be from the west. Okay, so that's going to be important for our next step. Alright, so let's go back down here. Go back to our silicone. And our inventory, we need to look, and I completely did that wrong. Okay, so we need to look at, this will be 60, 59, and 58. So 60, 59, 58. Alright, let's do that again. Silicone, target. So we're looking for Y. I guess it's 61. So let's do 61. So we want to select all of them that are 61. Okay. So we got those 3. Target, we're going to deactivate up and activate west. Okay, so that'll be bringing it in from the left side. And our items, we're going to whitelist our silicone. Okay, so now, do I have any silicone on me? I do have silicone on me. If I take this silicone and put it in the chest, and then hook this trigger up, trigger to flow, flow to input, input to flow again, and then flow to silicone. Now we should yep, there it is. It's right there. And if we put, I believe I have some more in here. Seem to be having a little bit of issues. Everything was working fine just a minute ago. I swear. Alright guys, let me fix it. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get this fixed, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we are back. Server had a little bit of a hiccup there, but... Alright, so if we throw these in, should grab 2 more, which leaves us with 5. And they should be in there. Okay. Alright, so we know that works. Let's grab those out. And we can grab... I think somebody is doing something on the server to cause some issues. Alright. So that takes care of the silicone. Okay. Next, we need to work on the input for our logic presses. So, if we do another output, boy, I'm trying to do this real quick for you guys. And the server just does not want to cooperate. Alright, so we're going to do a couple more outputs. Come on. Alright, anyway. So we're going to name this one gold. Alright, so our inventories, we are looking for Y60. Okay, Y60, but we want to be at X2489. 2489. Alright. So that's the one we're going to make our logic chips in. And again, we need to make it on the west side. We're going to whitelist. If you have the items in your inventory, if you type in .inv, it'll show you everything in your inventory. Makes searching for some of this stuff a lot easier. Alright, so we got gold there. We'll go ahead and hook that up. Next, we are going to do our diamonds. Okay, so inventory, we're going to want 60, Y level 60 at 88. So, there we go, that one. Target. From the west again, and then items. We'll whitelist our diamond in. And then we need 2 more. Nope, not input. output. Go ahead and hook that up. And then our next two, this one is going to be our quartz. And this is going to be our 87 at 60. That one there. Okay. So, target again. Is going to be from the west, and our items is going to be whitelist. And we're going to do our pure Certus quartz. It helps if I hit save on that one and come down here. I can't do it tonight. Just can't do it. Alright, so we're using our pure Certus quartz because if you remember, you get 2 of these out of 1 regular Certus quartz, so it's better to use the pure ones. Okay. And we'll hook that up. Now let's go ahead and test this setup first. So if we drop these in here, they all disappeared. And we should. Yep. Yep. Alright, so let's pull them out. Actually, nope. I want to hook those up real quick because I need the circuits. And they shouldn't go anywhere. Alright. So next, we don't have any redstone. Our redstone, and we'll need some of these printed presses, silicone chips. Okay. So our last one in this one is going to be for our redstone. Now this, the same as the other ones, but we're going to select all of them on the bottom level. So we want all of them for the Y59. So we want that one, and that one. Okay. So then we have to do from the west again, because that's going to be on our bottom row. And when you make the processors, you have to, if you want that redstone in the middle slot, it has to go in from the left side. Okay, so then our items, we will whitelist our redstone, and then that one should go in also. Okay, I need to make sure I got that power disconnected. Alright, now for our next one, we need to make sure I got everything set up right here so far. I think I'm missing. I'm missing a step here. Alright, so there's supposed to be another flow in here. Let's pull this stuff down. Okay, so we got this input, and on this input we're supposed to have another flow. With 2 outputs. Okay, we'll just hook all this back up. Alright, so now we need to do another flow. This is all flow, 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 flow. Okay, and this one's going to have the 5. But this one we are not going to use all 5 outputs on this one. So we need 4 more outputs. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so from there, we need to do our silicone chip. Inventories is everything on the bottom row. So we're going for that 59 again. So it's going to be these 2 here. Nope, not that one. These 2. And then this one. And the target is going to be, we're going to do target up on this one. It doesn't matter. When you make the presses, or I'm sorry, the circuits, the processors, it doesn't matter if the silicone press is on the top layer or the bottom layer. It'll still work as long as they're opposite of each other. And the items, we're going to whitelist our silicone press, or our printed silicone, I'm sorry. We'll go ahead and hook that up. Our next one is going to be our gold. And we're just going to call it chip, just to be short here. And that one we're going to have to use the 2489 one on the bottom row. So it'd be that one. Target again is up. Items, we're going to whitelist. Get that .m. And it's going to be the printed logic circuit. And then we are going to do the diamond one. Inventory, we are looking for the 88. I want to make sure. Okay, just double checking. Target up on that, and then item will whitelist our engineering circuit. And then our last one here is going to be our quartz. Our quartz chip. And inventory is going to be that last one on 59. So it's going to be 8759. There we go. Target is up, of course, and we'll whitelist our calculation press, or calculation circuit. Okay, so that's that part. Let's hook this up to the flow, and let's test to make sure if we put that, and that in there, that should all move, and it's not moving. Why are you not moving? You know what? We did this wrong. Hold on. I made the mistake. I know some of you guys are yelling at me like dumbass, dumbass. Target needs to be down for all of our chips. Oops, wrong one. Alright, let's see if those are all in. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. And that looks good. Alright, one last piece of coding. We're going to add in our output back into the system. Now, there's two different ways you can do this. You can either have them output back into the chest, or you can output them to the ME interface, and the ME interface will kick it back into the system. If you put it into the chest, you have to put a import bus, and then you get an expansion card and put it in there to get it to kick back in. I don't like that way because it seems like it's more steps than to come through the ME interface. So we're just going to use the ME interface. So off of this top flow, we need to do an input and an output. And we're going to name this ME system. Yeah, let's just do ME system. Okay. Now inventories is going to be the bottom row. So we want the all 59 ones, Y59 ones. Okay. Target is going to be would be the right side. So we've been doing west, so we need to do east. And then items. Let's hook the power up and get our presses or our circuits. Our items will whitelist all of our processors. So we want to do the logic, the engineering, and our calculations. Okay. Now our output will be our ME interface. Target doesn't matter. And items is going to be an open blacklist. Alright. Then we just connect all of this up. And I'll make that look pretty later. It doesn't need to look pretty right now. So, one last thing we need to do is we need to set up our crafting for our processors, sorry. So what we need to do for each one of our processors is we're going to need a silicone, a redstone, and then each one of the three items. So our gold bar, our diamond, and pure Certus quartz. So for our gold, well, I can do that in our system here. Alright. So if we go gold, silicone, get in there. And redstone. Yeah, gold, silicone, and redstone will equal our logic press. Processor. I don't know why I keep calling it press. So let's encode that one. And then for our calculation press, we're going to need a pure Certus. those are calculation press. And then for our engineering press, we need a diamond. Now, I'm debating on if I want to set up a quarry again, because I have so many resources. I did end up running out of cobble, and we've got ways of making cobbles. There's a couple different ways on the server to make cobble. But I'm thinking about just upgrading our, where is it? Our Ignis extruder, and just pumping out a bunch of cobblestone out of it. And it should be fairly easy. Alright, so let's put these 3 in. Okay, so that's there. That's there. Okay, so I'm going to do some tricky. Okay, so that came back on. So we're going to stick that one there. That one should come on. There we go. So yeah, this whole setup right here is only using 4 channels. Now, if you were to do this, system with imports and exports and stuff like that, I think it's something like 10 channels just to make this with just pure using ME system, your ME system. Whereas using that Steve Factory Manager, you're using 1. And again, with this, if you didn't use Steve's Factory Manager, you'd probably be using 2 channels for this, and maybe a couple channels for this also. Whereas you're using 2 for both of them, and then you're just using 1 channel for our pulverizer here that's doing all of our crystals and stuff. So, alright. I fell down the hole. I'm going to plug some holes here because I'm getting tired of falling in holes. Alright, let me see here. Let me make some acceleration cards. Just so we can get faster. How many? We don't have any of these. Let's see. We've got... We need lots of these. And that should be enough. So then we'll make the acceleration. Alright. So we're going to put our acceleration cards in here. One more thing to note on this bottom one. Make sure you have a printed silicone and a redstone in the bottom of each one of these, or in this bottom row. You have to populate it first for it to work right. Otherwise it can give you issues. So we'll get all of our acceleration cards in. And then next time, guys, we are going to get into Thaumcraft. We're going to get the AE system running for Thaumcraft and hopefully get some Thaumcraft stuff going. I'm going to try to get the build done outside between this episode and next for our infusion table, and we'll get all of our ME system hooked up next episode and start doing some crafting. I want to get some a lot of stuff with Thaumcraft done and get ready to head into and go fight the bosses for the Thaumcraft. And I want to use the Thaumcraft armor to do that with. It shouldn't be that big of an issue. But there's like 2 things I want to do. I want to get the Wisp farm going independent on its own in probably a different tower than where it's at now. But yeah, anyway. So we need processors. I'm almost out of the calculation, so let's make 10. Okay, so it looks like we got to make 1 pure Certus, so let's start this up. And it's gonna run. Let's run back here, see what we got going on. It's already got 2, but it's not moving it. Oh, you know what? Ooh. We had those input. That should be outputting to the chest, though. No, it goes to there. Then. Okay, okay. I see what I did. I see what I did. Okay. Alright, let me fix this coding real quick. It's going to take me a little bit to make sure I get it working right, and then I will be right back. Alright, I decided to show you guys this on cam real quick. I know what I did wrong. We don't have every piece going somewhere to pull out, and it's supposed to be pulling from the chest. So what we are doing is we're going to add another input and output in here, and our inventories are going to be everything but the bottom row. So we want everything on 61 and 60, and there should be 6 of them. Okay, we don't want to do the bottom row because the bottom row is getting fed into the interface. So target doesn't matter. Items is going to be an open blacklist. And then our output is going to be the chest. And it's the same thing. Target doesn't matter. Items is an open blacklist. So now we should be running, but we're not. Got that there, got that there. That still shouldn't be staying in there. Oh, I know what I did. I know. I did it again. Our input target needs to be from the east. And now they should be pulling out. Okay, yep. See, they're empty, and that's got no redstone. Why is there no redstone? Where's our redstone? Redstone should be all 59s. Okay. Target should be from the west, which is the left side. And items is redstone. Okay. And there is no redstone in here. Why is there no redstone in here? Stick that in there. Okay. Let's grab some more redstone. We just need one more, right? Yep, just to populate that. And they all have silicone presses. Okay, that one does, and that one does. Alright, so let's double check this. Okay, it only made 3 of them. Why did it only make 3 of them? Let's try this again. Next. Alright, so it's got to make 2. So let's start. See our presses going. That one's, there goes. And it should be waiting for these to grow. So right now it should be waiting to craft 2 more. And those look like they're almost done. So let's go here. Waiting on the 2. Okay, they're out. Have they come through the system yet? Nothing in there. Okay, let's check here. I'm going to get wireless hooked up between this time and next. Yep, it's all done. Alright, so it looks like it works. We should be able to do 2 of these at a time now. Okay, but we got like 115 logic presses and 20 engineering press, so I think we're good. I'm gonna get some more crafting CPUs and stuff made. Everything should be working for auto crafting now, as far as our processors go. We should be able to make those no problem. This row of stuff is going to be a later project. Probably gonna do some more Steve Factory Manager stuff. Get rid of all these cables and stuff so you can't see them. I'll probably do the same thing I did over here, make it nice and clean looking on that wall. But it'd be nice to figure out a way to put a level emitter on that. Maybe something I'll work on my spare time is working a system for a level emitter. So we've got, say, 20 of the different crystals on hand at all times. So, alright, anyways. Let me check on time real quick before I run down here, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm going to go over this real quick. I've got 4 of these bioreactors going right now, and I'm actually eating up more resources than we're putting in, or that we're bringing in at the moment, except probably for the melons and the pumpkins. So I've got 2 barrels full. I've got those barrels full now. So, alright. What I did here was I took out all of the groups. I don't know if it was the groups or the way I had some stuff wired up, but this seemed to fix all of the lag getting from this setup. So it's another thing where you go to the harvester, and then from the harvester it all flows down to storage, which is the barrels, the AE system for all the stuff that doesn't go into the reactors, and then our poisonous potatoes. Those all get kicked out through there. Then from all the barrels, I've got everything going to the planter, pretty much the same thing, and then I've got my pumpkin and melon seeds creating. I tried doing this both ways with a single input and a single output, and it didn't seem to want to work still, so I just did the separates on both of them. And then the bioreactor to the output. One problem I'm running into is the biofuel. I need to look at this section again, this biofuel section again, because it seems like I'm not getting enough power to the harvesters. They seem to be running slow on power all the time. I'm going to check it real quick before I log off tonight. But and then the sledge going to the nullifier. So the biofuel goes to both the biofuel generator down below for the system down here, and then to the ender tank, which goes to the ME system, which powers the rest of the base. So it seems to be running for the most part. I've got plenty of Botania mana. Let's see, what do we got? Just to check. Reactor looks like it's doing good, and this guy seems to be gaining power. Okay, maybe it was just because I shut the system off to do our maintenance on it, and it was just catching up, but everything seems to be working fine. So, alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Sorry it's a little bit long. Wanted to get all of that in there today. So tomorrow when I come back, we're going to set up the Thaumcraft AE system and start working on that stuff. But until then, guys, If you like the episode, give me that big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel or you like what you see, hit that big red subscribe buttons. Any comments or questions, suggestions, anything, leave it down below. But until then, guys, I will see you next time.